That's beyond a test because there's a piece of that puzzle called openness, which is a character trait, is the most important variable of genius.
Yeah.
Openness. You're an open guy. Yeah.
Thanks, man. Appreciate it. So, but that was it. So I kind of messed around. I still didn't get serious until, like I said, I was in 11th grade, and I met with my financial advisor, or not my advisor, and I just said, okay, well, how many more classes do I need to graduate on time? She's like, well, you're not going to graduate on time. But no, I have to. I said, but do you know my father? Like he's Italian off the boat. My mother, don't kill me if I'm not graduating on time. At that time, my GPA was like a 2.3. I was just kind of skating by, dropping classes, worried about partying. And when she said, the only way that you're going to graduate on time, son, is if you take, you overload your classes and take, X amount of classes this semester, take classes in between each semester, take classes in the summer, and continue. So it was like this crazy workload that I had to do, but I had to do it. Well, sure enough, when I got serious in my head that I had to finish on time, because if not, there were, I'd have to deal with people at home. I did. And that at that point, I was in my core, actual capstone courses and whatever else in marketing. I ended up finishing with like a 3.9 in marketing.
Wow.
So, and that was the important stuff. And that's, it was great. So, I buckled down. It took me a while to see that. And
what's the biggest lesson that you kind of took away from school? So it sounds like you did get it together. You really started paying attention. So many people don't.
Yeah.
Any big lesson that you've translated to be as successful you have now, these years later, in real estate, which you have, especially the marketing side?
Yeah. Yeah, I guess in hindsight, if I could pay attention a little bit more and put a little bit more into it, it's tough, because nowadays education is so ridiculously important. But I'm very torn because there's, depending upon which route you go nowadays, you have to have a college degree to do pretty much anything. But look at yourself. I don't think you're college educated, right? And you're clearly doing very well.
All I did was buy all the books.
Right.
And I didn't.
And you didn't have a $200,000 debt on your hands, or whatever the case may be, right? So I'm very torn when it comes to formal education, but it's.
Well, yeah, that was bringing me to my question about. I want to ask in a second about your kids, what you see of their future. But was there anything in particular that you, like mindset shift, or any specific knowledge that you think brought you to be as successful as you have been in marketing and business?
Sad to say, it was more my childhood.
Okay.
That pushed me to be more successful in business and to be to drive me.